Well, hello, shell buddies, and welcome back to the Yeshway Bijou channel. Today, we're going to go out for after-storm shelling at my favorite place, Pass-A-Grille. Paper figs coming in.
I know.
And not broken. And one of my swoopy potato chips. The Atlantic fat talon, I do love that. He's pretty see-through. He may very well be albino, baby. For folks who have been watching my channel for a little while, you guys know that Pass-A-Grille is one of my happy places. I'm there often, and it feels as if it's my home beach, even though I do have to drive a little bit to get to it. Pass-A-Grille, the gift that keeps on giving. Anytime we have a storm, she produces beautiful, beautiful piles of shells, and that's what we're going to go see today. And here's one of our most spectacular finds of the day. Even though we didn't really realize it at the time, we ended up with 2 albino shells that day. Not just one from Sunset Beach, but a second one that John found down in the rocks. Outstanding! Outstanding! I can't believe we got 2 in the same storm. We're going to have some fun finds. We're going to check out the differences in the dredge area and under that fixed dock behind where Islands End Resort is. We're going to see some really cool piles, find some really neat stuff, and meet some fun people. So let's head over to Pass-A-Grille and see what Debbie sent in for us. Alright, I just recorded over this part because the van noise was so loud. But this is our drive in to Pass-A-Grille, approaching the Don Caesar Hotel, which is one of my favorite landmarks in this area. It's so cool, it's so funky. And you can tell if you saw back there over the bridge, the water's a lot calmer today too. So this should be great. Alright, here at Pass-A-Grille. We're starting off over on the Dog Beach side. The equipment isn't running yet. And we don't know if that means they have to reset it back up or what. And of course we can't see anything from behind the dunes over there. So we're going to start out here at the Dog Beach and then make our way around the bottom and see what things look like. Oh my gosh, there's monster piles. Monster piles. All right, here's a good sign. The little stairs are here too. Last couple of storms, that hasn't been the case. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's been a hot minute since we've seen Pass-A-Grille looking like this. This is wonderful. This entire side of this beach is covered with shells. Look at the sand, John. It's gone. We can go under that dock again. Holy cow. What a change. And these are pretty spiffy piles here too. We got a lot going on here. The sea is so much calmer than yesterday. It's fabulous. The weather is brutally hot and the shells are here. Look at this. And it looks like people have been working in the pile too already, because it is scooped through. But that's quite a pile of shells. Now let's get down to the water, which, by the way, is still not pretty and clear, but looks better than it did down in Longboat yesterday. And we're at a mid-tide, so this pile here will be in the low line a little later. And our low tide for right now is 8:30 in the morning. It's just a midi, not a real low tide. But yeah. So I've got a little area here I can stand on. It's just about to the top part of the walker leg. And oh my goodness, the shells, the shells. Oh my gosh, there's sea urchins and sea stars. There's a little sea star there. This is a paper fig. Oh boy, oh boy. Woohoo! Oh look! We got a sailor's ear, which is the channel duck clam. and a smooth duck clam. Both right next to each other, side by side. Wow. Everything's fenced off above the rocks, so you can get there. You just got to go around the bottom here. And let me tell you what, that sand had that filled all in underneath that dock just like a week ago or less. And it's removed 3 feet of sand from over here.
Oh, so there's so many shells probably.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be tons.
Oh man, I gotta check it out. Thank you for letting me know.
Now with all your urchins, take and put them in a cardboard box, let them sit outside. The ants will pick most of the inside of that clean.
That's what I did last time.
Take them about a month, but
a lot of them broke.
yeah.
They didn't make it.
Sure. My name is Michelle. I got a YouTube channel where I come here all the time and go shelling. Here, I'll give you one of my cards. They're waterproof. I got plastic cards so I can hand them out at the beach.
I do seashell crafts.
I do too, actually. My video, that's what my channel is designed around. I come out here with John, I hobble around, we find stuff, and then I make things.
You could do this because you got that. If I had that, I could do it all day.
Well, I kind of had to. I've had back surgery and some spinal injuries, so.
Listen, if you're picking seashells as much as I think you are, and you're probably going to need that. I think I need that at this point.
I just saw a live apple murex over here. Oh, he's stuck to this pen shell. Hi, buddy. There's a little live apple murex stuck right to that pen shell.
Is there starfish? Where do you see that? See, you guys have good eyes. There you go.
Oh gosh, there's tunicates everywhere. There's.
What is this? Do you know what that is?
That is an empty sea turtle egg.
Oh, let me keep it.
Well, he's done with it, so yeah, go ahead. There's
another starfish.
Crabs and sea stars. Look, oh my gosh, there's another Atlantic paper fig right here. Paper figs coming in.
I know.
And not broken.
I know, right?
And there's another one. Dude, are you kidding? Oh, well, that one's broken. But, I mean, paper figs that survived that? You gotta be kidding me.
Okay, so I'm looking for a craft with pins, these pin shells.
If you take and open them and let them dry a little,
it's just pretty.
It makes a heart.
Ooh,
yeah. Check this out. All right, let me see if I can get this guy open. Well, he's not a great example. I need one that's already kind of open, like this guy. All right, it's still got goo in it, right? But when you open this one, they're empty. See that adductor muscle right there? That's what opens and closes it. Oh my God, he's alive! He bit me. He's like, you ain't crafting with me, woman. But anyway, when they open up and they're not alive anymore, that makes those two sides make a heart when you open it out. Jewelry, and I make shadow boxes and all kinds of stuff. What's your name, by the way?
I'm Iona. Nice to meet you.
Iona, I'm Michelle. You can call me Mitch because Mitch shells.
I do mermaid crowns. See, I'm in the mermaid world. I used to be a lot in the seashell world, but they dragged me into it. So now I just make like seashell stuff for mermaids.
Nice, very fun.
Yes, I'm Seashell Queen. On our official seashell queen on Instagram if you ever go on.
I'm Eshwe Bijou, that's how you say that. It's French for, Eshwe is a French word that means washed up, washed ashore, has been. That's, but it's, so yeah, has been till I get a hold of it. There you go.
Oh man, well it was so wonderful meeting you.
It was nice to meet you too. We're probably gonna be chatting for a while because we're gonna be down here making content today. And I'm gonna pick up some of the trash too, because a lot of this crap washes in.
Seashells. And I think someone had posted saying, hey, there's some sea urchins down there. And I was like, I gotta go.
There's a video on my channel from Valentine's Day last year where this pile that you see wrapped all the way around this point, and it was like knee deep. Live octopuses and all kinds of stuff in it. It was wild. This is just a baby washing. If you've been watching my channel since it first started, you would have seen this video here called Mass Beaching Event at the very beginning of February of 23. It's on a playlist that I have that's called Mostly Live Sea Critters. So that's where you can find it if you want to go watch it, because being that it's one of my earlier videos, it's sort of buried back in the catalog a little bit. And if you're newer to the channel, you might not have seen what I'm actually talking about. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in a few shorts from that particular video so you can see what I'm talking about, what kind of things Pass-A-Grille can really throw at us in a storm. So far I'm getting very big things. Oh, that octopus is squirting me. And there's a hermit crab. Oh, there's just so much to see. You are a keeper. Look at that. Man. Nice colors. Great shape. All that crap just come off. Yes. And look at this little crab. He's on the hunt for a new shell. Hermie is looking for a house. How cool is that? Hello, little octopus friend. Hi. Oh, you are so cool. You probably want a shell to hang out in. So amazing. You see these little fellas. So there you have just a little peek at that particular video from February of 2023. And just know that I am sitting on more footage from that particular event. So you'll probably see another video or two popping up in the near future with all these little finds and more. But for now, let's go to Pass-A-Grille today after Debbie and take a look and see what other goodies we find. Are there the sea stars? Oh, the poor little guys. Oh. And one of my swoopy potato chips. The Atlantic Fat Talon, I do love that. I love that show. I love everything about it. That crazy swoopy shape and point. Oh, that's awesome.
They're already cleaned out. You don't have to do anything to it.
This one I think is...
There's so much stuff crawling around this pile. I keep seeing things move.
Yeah, all of the pinch shells keep opening and closing.
What do we got here? A banded tulip. Nice. Getting a nice start this morning here at PAG. There's an empty hinged horse mussel. How nice with that beautiful purple. And look, there's a little teeny tiny crab. He's right there. See him, his little feet are moving? Oh goodness, we haven't seen Pass-A-Grille looking like this since what, February? I don't even know where to start or put the walker.
Well, what do you think about this one? This one I feel like that.
Wow.
What's not moving?
Just wow. Wow, wow, wow. Then we got this pile here, that pile there. Rock lines all the way up to the backside of Islands End Resort and a dock that we can walk under. I am astonished. I am astonished. Now, if you recall, during the beach report for this, not this shelling video, but the beach report for this, I actually showed some comparison footage of what it was like under there, how the sand had filled it all in. Here is what that same spot looked like when we were at Come Shell With Me. I mean, this is crazy. Look at how we used to, I've mentioned this before, we used to be able to walk under this dock. Now, there's got to be 2-3 extra feet of sand over here. We haven't been able to do that and, jeez, I don't even know how long. Is that another Atlantic Fat Talon? It is. It's the other side of one of them. And there's loads of sailor's ears. It's funny how all of the fragile stuff came up. There's an operculum there. Lightning whelk operculum. There's some pretty big whelk pieces. Oh look, what a pretty buttercup lucine. Well, conditions were terrible yesterday. The ocean was all churned up and the water was nasty. Yeah, it was awful yesterday. Today's a lot better. Nice buttercup lucine. All right, I'm gonna try to adjust the camera downward. Yeah, babe. What do you got? Oh, there's another paper fig. You got a tulip? Oh. Okay. Well, I will in 1 second. I keep seeing these pen shells opening and closing. It's freaking me out. Look at this. A pear whelk. You've got a lot of paper figs too. I picked up a couple. There's another one right here. Oh, he's broken. Broken little pear whelk. Oh, there's a nice egg cockle. And over here, an empty banded tulip and in a nice chocolate color. That's pretty great. There's another paper fig. Oh my gosh. The sailor's ears, the paper figs. Are you kidding me? Look at this. What? Oh my golly. There's just so much stuff everywhere. I look. Summer shelling has transitioned back to storm shelling. Fantastic. Oh, there's another pair of sunglasses. Boy, people sure lose a lot of those in the ocean. And look at this. Enormous operculum. And a little paper fig. And a crappy piece of can. Woo, woo! Alright. There goes a tulip. Nice empty tulip. And a whelk that's a little crusty, but I think he'll clean.
This one's perfect.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
This pile is insanity. I'm gonna try to get to the kind of middle of it. Oh, golly. Oh, there's another Atlantic Talon. I love that. This is one of the smaller ones I've ever found. This is cool. Boy, that used to be a nice apple murex. Wow. And there is the body from a calico box crab. Oh, poor sea star. He's pretty destroyed. I do not believe he's alive. Ooh, look at that. That golden color on that, that's astonishing. Beautiful paper fig. Golly, we have literally not seen it like this since wintertime. This is impressive. And it would not really, I don't think, have been too great yesterday with the water conditions. Today is ideal. There's a hinged Docinia. Ooh, just making sure there's nothing in it. There is not. And there's a worm snail and an auger. So yeah, try not to notice all the urchins I'm not picking up. I still have loads of them from the last time I got a bunch. These paper figs are killing me today. Oh my gosh. And these sailor's ears, look at this. Look at this. Now, being that we're on a mid-tide, we're only seeing half of what's here. There's bunches of stuff in the water too. I haven't really been too keen to be in the water because it's been kind of gross. But it looks so much better today than yesterday. So my eyes and brain are boggling. Wow. Is that a hinged yellow? Oh my gosh, there's still something in him. Oh, buddy. And a little Venus clam all sealed up tight. I think I'll just put those guys in the water for a second. Look at that. Little red true tulip. Ooh. You can just bring your sexy little paint job right over here. I'm gonna go back to my house and play. Oh my gosh, so pretty. All right, let's put these guys that we know are alive in some water. It's gonna be a little bit before the tide gets to them. I know Gary, our friend, the master naturalist, says not to mess with the tulips and stuff when they're up on shore, but I don't think these guys are here to breed or feed. I think they just had a really bad day. So we'll give them a shot. Horse conch. Little baby horse. And a button. Alright, the button snail is broken. I don't usually care about that with them because I like their top. And the horse conch is empty. Sweet. Ooh, and there's a nice whelk. Nope, just a nice whelk piece. That's okay, it'll still come home. My goodness. All right, let's see what's in this water over here. This is all, I'm walking on shells. It's all shells right out here to the edge, and then some. Oh my gosh. I'm standing on a pile of them. And there's so much in here. Waves are getting big. There's a cute whelk. So it was worth coming over here to check this little pile out. Here we have, ooh, a sunray Venus clam that is still in there and alive. There you go, back to the water, my friend. Lots of Van Heining's cockles out today. Let's see that again. Did you see that? Something took that little shell and just threw it right off of itself. What is that over there? Huh. Well, something just flipped that sailor's ear off of itself. I wonder what it was. I didn't even see this little guy until I slowed this footage down while editing. There's a little crab back there in that shell. He was so small I didn't even notice him moving around. Saw this sailor's ear out of nowhere randomly go flying. Usually it means a shell opened and closed and popped it up. There's a nice little mossy. The sailor's ears everywhere. And oh, look at this really nice big egg cockle. Wow. Good morning, Pass-A-Grille. I've missed you, my old friend. There's a beautiful hinged sunray Venus clam. Incredible. Ooh, there's a pretty whelk. That's a nice one. Nope, nothing but sand inside. Totally able to be collected. Sweet. Alright, I did just see a pen shell move over here. This guy closed himself back up. So since I know he's in there, he's having a bad day, I'm just going to help him a little, just a little bit. And I'm going to gently place them because they've just been thrown around for a couple of days. And they're probably real beat up in there and a little tired. Just picked up this beautiful banded tulip. My battery's already given out on me, so time for a battery change and on we go. Got the battery changed out. And there just happened to be a little alternate telin and an operculum nearby, so I grabbed those guys and they're going in the bag too. Now right as my camera died, I found a cute little whelk over here in the water. And I can't get over all of these pen shells. My. Oh, look what the waves just brought. Oh, baby horse conch. And it's empty. Awesome. So I'm still over here on the end of the point above where the dock is, I guess we would call it. And John has made his way. He's going around to the rocks to see what's what over there. But there's a lot of stuff right here, and I don't want to just walk by without taking a good look. Especially since I know how much stuff is in this water, and I've already picked up 2 horse conchs, and I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, there's John. He's on the other side of the dock. I thought he was making his way around to the other side where the rocks are. Speaking of the rocks, since we know the water level got pretty high, don't waste all your time down here on the water's edge, because there's going to be stuff up there too. Now, as far as the sea stars go, they're all mangled and losing their color. They did not survive this. If you want to take them home and preserve them, if you want to preserve the sea stars, you will have to put them in like, oh, you know, that silica gel stuff to dry them out. Oh my gosh, no way. I pulled a shell out of my shoe and it was a cone. Are you kidding me? Look at the operculum here. Nice. And a gasket of some kind. Put that in the bag too. A lot of junk out here. Always happens. after a storm. Oh, there's something really sharp on that. That's like wire or something on there. I'm gonna work this rock line above the lower and then up there, and then I'll see what's up above. For the now, I can show you a beautiful yellow cockle and an example of something we call sea pork. This guy here, a little tunicate colony. Lots of little critters all banded together in one colonial organism. Oh, that guy just closed. Now we're at mid-tide, so the water's going to be coming back in fairly soon. That's why I don't feel too compelled to be running everything back to the ocean. It's going to be getting wet shortly. I can't get over this. All right, I just put my head next to the dock, and the wood is level with my eyebrows. The last time I was here, it was level with my elbow. Unbelievable. Now we are getting closer to the rocks, and stuff does get dashed and smashed against them. So let's see what the shells out here look like. There is quite a bit of stuff in the water here as well. As you can see, a little choppy still. We're in the confluence zone here at the end of the point. And it's shallow, more shallow than I would have thought. So some of the sand that was up there slumped down this way, I guess. Now for months, high tide, low tide, didn't matter. We could walk around these rocks and it was not an issue. But everything has changed like that. And now Pass-A-Grille looks like Pass-A-Grille of a year ago instead of Pass-A-Grille 2 weeks ago when we were here for Crumb Shell. What do we got going on here?
Now, we can't be positive, but the last time we were here, these bottom level windows were not busted out, and we think it's possible that this storm could have caused that damage to the bottom of the building. We really aren't sure, but the last time we were here, this was not boarded.
Hey, there's a shell pile up there behind that rock, all behind this rock level. Okay. All right, now John wants to get a little further around and see what's going on the other side, but with the tide coming in, I don't see me clambering over this stuff. So I'm coming over here to see what stuff looks like and if you can get around this, and should I, with the tide coming in. I think I can get to it. I just don't think I'm going to spend any time over here because I will get stuck. All right, I am up to my knees, standing at the bottom of these rocks, and I don't see this getting any better. I don't see being able to shell on the other side. John's in a little bit of different physical shape than me, so he can go and check that. I'm going to go back to where the piles are at. But this, the water's coming in pretty hard as the tide returns on the way up. Now, of course, we were only on a mid-tide. We weren't at a full-on low, so that's part of the issue. And I am going to peek in these rocks, well, just to see. I'm not sure there's a lot trapped in there right now. Most of it seems to be pulled out, like the sand. And as is usual, by tomorrow there will be people down here, like Gary, for example, and others who will come and pick up all of this craziness left on the beach by the storm. I seem to have a lot of metal pieces that have washed in and rope. Not really sure what that would be from. Oh God, I can't move that. It doesn't budge.
Well, I guess unfortunately I'll have to leave that there too if I can't carry it. Alright, so here are the big limestone rocks. Not too long ago when we were here, there was a bit more sand and most of these were kind of covered up. And it wasn't so high to get to those. Now it's high again. I'm gonna guess here at the bottom a couple of feet have moved. All right, so some of those tires and stuff like that, like Gary was telling us about from the reef project, they break loose, they wash in, they get stuck in here, and there's no way I'm physically gonna be able to move those. But that's what those are from. Somebody had the great idea to make a reef out of it. Did not hold up to the storms, and every time we get one now, a chunk of that tire stuff washes in. Lots of commons, lots of surf clams, lots of big cockles, loads and loads of them. There's a pile up here and some rocks too. Some of a really cool rock here from Florida, or limestone, fossil-bearing limestone. There's some chert in here. Yeah, this has changed pretty dramatically since we were here. And for all of my peeps that were here for Come Show with me, I imagine seeing this new view of Pass-A-Grille is going to be a little surprising, considering how we walked out here at low tide on flats for how far? I don't have very many paper figs, so I would like to collect some more of those. Now this upper rack line here that I'm in, and there's some other piles here in the middle too, but this upper line that I'm in seems to be predominantly cockles and surf clams and arcs and some pen shells. There's a nice spotted slipper snail. That's a beauty. I don't know why I like those. They're just goofy shells, but that one is pretty. I don't know why this speaks to me. A lot of sand got pushed onto this side of this little pier. A lot of shells too. Not a lot of bay scallops. Not a lot of calico scallops. Not a lot of olives. Oh golly. Yep, that washed right up in there, didn't it? Goodness. There's a nice big Phagilmactra. Right on. Nice and thin. That differentiates them from the surf clam, along with this ridge with the periostracum on it. But Phagilmactras are much thinner shell than their surf clam cousins. Well, that made coming up in here fun and kind of worth it. I hope John's having good luck over on the other side. There's no lack of stuff for me to pick up here, so dive back in and get into it, I guess. Look at this. This is just mind-blowing. Just mind-blowing. This isn't the biggest wash-in I've seen, but it's decent sized. Oh, there is just so much nifty stuff over here in the water, and you just really can't see it. It's a shame. But that's all right. Another day or two as these rivers calm down, clear the flooding, and this will clear up as well. So, beach conditions so far here at Pass-A-Grille is the sand on the bottom has been stripped back. Some of it's been pushed up, some of it's been dragged out. And I'm gonna head that direction around where the dogs usually kind of play and see if I find anything over there, because no one's shelling there. Yes.
I think I see what I see. Look at this barnacle, how big it is.
Oh yeah, the Titan acorn barnacles. Yeah, there's some big guys around here that wash in too.
Oh my god. Oh no, there's a crab in here.
Is there a little hermit crab? There is a little hermit crab in there.
I don't let it keep it.
Oh,
Keep it.
there was a little hermie. Sometimes when the beach is this covered, you'll see them without shells running around shopping for new houses.
Yay!
Oh my gosh, I got video of it last winter, not this year, but the winter before when that mass beaching happened.
Oh.
We got octopuses, people were putting them back in the water, and they were running back up on the shore, because this is where the buffet table is, right? So they didn't want to be thrown over. They knew where the water was. They'll go when they're ready.
Yeah, I get it.
Nature's kind of smart sometimes like that.
I know, right?
This little end is nice. There's some cool stuff over here. Oh, look at that. That's a ram's horn snail. What is that doing here? That might have gotten here from Egmont. That's about the only place we find these guys. This is a freshwater snail, and from the Ice Age and Pleistocene. And look here, what do we got here? Another little baby horse conch. All right, so it's not just the big stuff that's washing in. There's lots and lots of fun tinies too. But this is an interesting find for Pass-A-Grille. This is something I would normally only see over at Egmont. Maybe Fort DeSoto, but interesting. With the amount of surf that we had, I'm not surprised stuff got blasted off of Egmont back this way. I'll put that in the jar. I do want to make my way further up, but you know, when the ocean's throwing you cool stuff, you sort of have to go with it. So I want to stick here for another minute or two and see what else washes at me. Like this, what do we have here? The lightning hook. And it's empty. What a little jewel. Look at that. Nice dark brown. Pretty. Look at this. Another little piece of whelk right there. Another one right there. And certainly other people have been picking up stuff for a while since we got here. Broken off nodule of coral there. Oh wow. It's a broken piece of a true tulip and that nice chocolate brown that I like. That's fabulous. That's a pretty piece. You may be marveling that I'm picking up broken shells and there's such a bounty of stuff here to get, but I do like my broken shells for my shadow boxes. Can't lie. Oh, but look! So baby tulip. And it has a barnacle on the edge, so yep, nothing in there. There's a seraph. No, I looked down and I could have swore I saw a laddered horn snail. There could very well be, but I've just lost sight of it. However, I gotta get rid of that. That right there is gonna spell trouble. I'm glad I picked it up off the beach and we stepped on it. So it didn't get washed away. Alright, somebody lost that. One pair of sunglasses. 2, 3. Someone's old hotel card. And this terrible, sharp, wire pokey thing. And what else? I know I picked up more. There's a piece of a trash can. A piece of plastic. Did I get it all? Oh, nope, one more. One more can piece. There we go. Get rid of that too. Alright, now, let's get back to having fun. Lovely morning despite the heat. Really beautiful day out. Let's walk up this way because there's not really anybody shelling over here. There's not as much. Doesn't mean there are no shells. Obviously most of the stuff is down at the point. But yeah, there's even stuff in this rock line here. Oh my gosh, all the shells that are usually over here are all in the grass. Look at that. That's insane. Now see, it is fun and worthwhile not being next to everybody though, because then you find stuff like that. Little apple murex. What a beauty. Come on home with me, little friends. You and some of your friends are invited to a party. Oh, look. You have an empty turtle shell egg, or empty turtle egg right here. These little things that look like exploded ping pong balls are the hatched ones. If you see something that looks like a deflated ping pong ball. That is a no longer viable turtle egg with a turtle baby in it. And after storms, it does happen where, you know, their nests get disturbed and thrashed around, and there's really nothing we can do to save them. Fortunately, sea turtles nest multiple times a year, lay large clutches of eggs. Now, Pass-A-Grille typically not a spot where they hatch or lay, because most of the time there's no sand here for them to do that. What have we got here? Ooh. Old surf-worn, smoothed out quahog. And there's another one. Let's see what's up here in this rack line. Everything is scattered all over the place today. So pro tip, when you come shelling after a storm, don't just look by the water. Look up in this stuff too, because you don't know what might be hiding in the rocks or in the grasses. There's a Dulcinea with a hole, that's cool. And a little yellow cockle in some great bright colors. Look at that. Oh, that's a beauty. Nice. Okay, what else? Whew. Blisteringly hot out here. Blisteringly hot. The humidity is unreal. It was 80% humidity when we got up today. So the air is still very tropical feeling, even with Debbie well out of our neck of the woods. Now, I wasn't able to walk around the bottom because of the tide level and the rocks and the sand situation, but John was able to get over there and he said he found something cool. You found one of these guys too?
Yep.
I found one of them here.
That's got albino characteristics.
You know what?
But he washed up in the soap.
He's pretty see-through. He may very well be albino, baby. All right, let's take a closer look at John's possible albino whelk as well. This was the one from Sunset Beach. Super white and super see-through, as we demonstrated earlier before. Now this one has just a tinge of tan to it. And it hasn't been bleached or cleaned or anything yet. It has just a tinge of tan and like little hints again where the lines and the coloring would go. It's not purely completely white, although it could be once we bleach it, we don't know, but it's pretty darn close. And also, watch this. You can see through that one too. Look at that. Now I showed this out on the beach, how much the sun was coming through it, but when you can actually see my finger through that shell back there, see that? That is also the absence of color. So this one would be, I would call definitely albinistic, and most likely we would probably call this guy an albino as well. He has a lack of color and he's see-through. Let's hold him up to the sky and we can see the light coming through again. Oh wow, yeah, look at that glow coming through there. Look at that glow. See-through. My goodness. And he's a teeny little bit surf-worn. Not very. He's still in great shape. You can see all those little ridges down the side. So he's not really old and surf-worn or calcified. There's just the littlest hint of calcification, like right there on that tip. But yeah, so can you believe this? Same storm, different beaches, and there's two of them. To find one is insanely cool, but to get, two of them like this is insane. I mean, look at this. His little stem is just about as white as this guy is on John's. So yeah, a find from the rocks over at Pass-A-Grille when I wasn't able to get there, but he was. And we're gonna go ahead and call this guy strongly albinistic. And definitely leaning toward albino, because much like this little white one, see how you can kind of tell that green is sort of coming through there? And then my finger, you can see the peach coming through it. Does this one match that? Let's see. Yep, you can see the green transmitting through there. And you can see my finger right there. And if you remember from last week, we showed what a calcified fossil shell looked like. It was solid white, no light transmission whatsoever. So there we go. 2 albino shells. Whoops. There we go. 2 albino shells from the same storm. Absolutely amazing.
I picked up a bunch of operculums over here on the way over to you.
Nice. There's a lot of them out, yeah.
Now there is a huge shell pile on the north side of the jetty.
Really?
Huge.
How do we get to it?
Walk right through the thing over there. You can walk right through the gate.
It's open?
Yeah.
Well, then we're gonna go head over that direction next, since we've seen a lot of here. Where, on the north side?
Yeah. I just walked up to see.
Okay. More operculums, babe.
Yep.
This one's from the horse. That's a horse conch one, and John's got a lightning walk one. And if you guys have seen my big shadow box video, you know I used that to make a sea turtle named Sigmund. There's a pretty little juvie fighter conch right there. Look at that with the purple tip. Wow. That's beauty. That's a nice one. Ooh, there's a nice egg cockle.
Oh, I picked up a beautiful painted one.
All right, Freda, that's for you. I picked up an egg cockle just for you, Freda. Somebody that watches my channel, egg cockles are her favorite. Did you find an egg cockle too? Oh, that's a nice big fat one. That's a beaut. All right. I thought I saw something out there earlier. I could have swore it was a manatee, but I haven't seen it since. Are you looking down toward the shoreline, or are you looking in the middle?
I'm looking straight out for...
Oh, you just went under before I could get that camera on that little booger. There's a manatee right off the coastline here, and he just keeps popping up, and we've been trying to catch him. There's a dark shape in the water right there, and it's a manatee.
Which way's he going?
He's going this way, it looks like, but he's not moving tremendously fast.
No, he's picking up food right there.
Right there, directly in front of me, there's a manatee in the water. And there's like, you can tell there's seagrass all over here, right? It's washed up all along the shore. So there's some in the water there, of course. And he's just out there stone cold munching. Yeah, I guess this guy's not gonna get on camera for me, so I guess we'll head over to the other side, take a look at the jetty and the dredge project next. The sand below the rocks is not visible. Not visible at all. Oh my word. So yeah, a bunch of tires and stuff after that crazy reef project. Loads of shells all mixed in those rocks. The pipe's still there. Of course, the barrier fencing either got knocked down or taken down because of. So that'll be going back up. They are going to get back to work here. We were just talking to a few of the crew members who say that the storm set them back a little bit, more so because of the rain than anything. But yeah, it set them back a little bit, not terribly so, not badly. So we will go ahead and peek on the other side and see what we can see. So Gator has a lot to do to get back up and running. They got to get the barge repositioned, all of that good stuff. So there's a couple of the guys here, and they said we could go down in here if we would like to, because they aren't really able to do anything just yet. Well, here's our pipeline, all quiet. And normally you cannot get here. The only reason we are actually able to come over this way is because they were nice enough to say, oh yeah, you can today, because we aren't over there doing anything right now. So they were nice enough to let us over here. And look what I get. A little tiny drill. Sunray Venus clam to start out with. Right on. Oh my God, look at this pile of shells. Look at this. We haven't seen shell piles on this side of the jetty and I don't know when. It's staggering. Just staggering amount of stuff blown in. My gracious, look at this pile. I haven't seen Pass-A-Grille piles like this since, oh, I don't know, Finn, probably? This is nuts. Well, here's where all the scallops went, over on this side, I guess. Because now I see plenty of them. Plenty of big bay scallops, just like that beauty right there. And there's a spotted slipper snail. I got a dark brown one earlier. I got an orange one here. How amazing. Gosh, 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 gosh. This mound of shells, maybe 2, maybe 3 feet thick, maybe more. It's humongous. And more by the water. Ooh la la. This is shelling heaven. Look at this. A bunch of stuff in that water. And just massive mound over here. And again, normally would not be able to get over here, but the dredge project is slightly stopped because they have to get the barge back in position so they can pump sand. I see a baby horse conch sitting right there, pretty as you please. Hello, beautiful little horse conch. Oh, 4 and counting today, nice. That's a good day. Just sitting right there, waiting for someone to notice it. Like a little wallflower. This is bananas. I don't even know where to start. Oh my gosh. Alright, special today only. Maybe tomorrow. Depends they start that dredge project back up. They have allowed us to come in here. I can't promise that will be the case tomorrow, but today we are here at the bottom of Pass-A-Grille above the rocks where we have not been able to get now in quite a while. We even saw them out here working the night we were here for Come Shell With Me. So this is a treat to be able to not only see an enormous pile like this, but to be able to actually get over here and observe it and get on it, which is kind of fun. I see a nice chestnut turban behind John. And a worm shell. These are fun. There's a little baby drill. Oh, how cute is that? And here we have the top of a corrugate jewel box. Super fun. Well, after the gut punch that yesterday was, going out on a longboat, it's fun to come over here and see this today. This is making my day very enjoyable. I see another one. Do you see it? Look. Another little baby horse. Right there. Ah. Super cute. Oh my gosh. I think that's 5 so far today. That's a good day. To find that many little baby horse conchs in one day, that's an outstanding day, no matter where you are. Wow, it's overwhelming. And just to let you see, the shells are there, and here's a line, and here's a line, and there's the big line there, and they go all the way back to the mangrove. Wow. There's a cutie pie little juvenile horse conch, or fighting conch rather, right there. And another worm shell in front of me.
They're stopping you?
No, actually not today, they aren't. They don't have the barge set up because they had to take everything down for the storm. Once they start back up, this will all be closed off again, so get it while it's hot. Oh, looky limpet. Looky limpet. That a big one. Wow.
Wow, that's huge.
That is a huge Huge lucky limpet. You know what I say about lucky limpets. If you find them, we should stay where we are, because that usually is a good sign. And I've already found a couple of horse conchs over here too. I don't know. Let's spend a few more minutes over here before we head to Sunset, babe. What do you say?
Whatever.
There's a chestnut turban. And there's a cone. Ha ha! Limpets are lucky, I swear. The minute you find a limpet, you start finding good stuff. Man, that's so cool. All right.
He'll clean up.
Yeah, that's a nice little whelp. And there's a juvie fighter right there. Really faded out little whelk, but I like that he's all white. Mercy, mercy. Oh my gosh. Wow. So this pile is not inches, but on feet deep, I think. This pile may be here for a very good long time. Now they've moved up the beach quite a ways too. See, the pipe is all stretched out, and up where that box container is, that's where the edge of the dredge is now. Further up the way, you can see they have the fencing stretched across the beach just before you get over to where the Paradise Grill is. So this is a special treat to be over here today, and we're very thankful for those guys for letting folks come back here. I think they've seen enough shellers around this place over the last couple of months to know it's like a big deal around here, because a lot of people do it. But they are very kind. And it was very kind of them to let us back here so we could come poke around this enormous pile and see what we could see. It was already worth coming over since I got a limpet and a couple of little horse conchs and some cool worms. I don't think my back has it today though for just sitting and digging on a pile. I'm pretty sore from our beach explorations yesterday too. So what do you say, babe? Shall we move on out of here, up out of Pass-A-Grille, and go on to Sunset Beach and see what things look like there? I think that's what we're gonna do. John's saying he's got a cone. Let's go see what he's got. I hear you, I'm coming. Can't expect me to sprint. Where's the cone?
Looking well.
Ah, another little Florida cone. Awesome. Very nice. Here, babe, put him in your bag. Nice. There's another cone right there. Holy crap.
Yeah, you gotta be very patient.
Yeah, you have to be pretty patient here.
You gotta be able to sit down and sort through.
I don't think my back can do that. I gotta kind of keep moving, I think. I hate to leave. We're finding cones and lucky limpets and little baby horse conchs. I mean, it's not that this is not worth it, and it's a special, special rare treat to be over here right now, considering the project going on. So part of me feels like we should stay here a few more minutes. And there's a little whelk. He looks a little rough, but he will clean up. We'll be able to clean him up and show him off a little later. Man, that is a beast of an olive. Yes, I did. I put it in my bag. You're right. It's fair enough. I did all the driving. There's another one. Well, you know, I do like them.
Oh, man. Who's the whelk freak of the family?
Well, that would probably be you. I like them, but you love them. Look at the size of that white Atlantic semele, my word. Here, babe, I'll give you this one.
I don't want that one.
Yes, I'll give you your whelk back, whiner. It's gonna end up in the same place, right in my craft room anyway. He just likes to mess with me. Hey, there's a broken moon, and a base scallop, and an olive, and there's another piece of worm. This pile I don't believe is going to be going anywhere for quite some time. This is going to be here to be explored for a while. I'm at the point where I don't even know where to look. It's so overwhelming. Is that rain? Are we getting rained on? Oh, we are. They said we might get a little bit of a band today. She's not done. She needs to be. She needs to go the hell away. But she's not done. So water is blowing off the Gulf at us. Oh, what a nice little olive top. Too bad he's broken. That's a shame. Yep, she's not really done yet. Many of us have had more than enough of her. You gotta go, Deb. Yeah, we do have a rain band moving in at us, and it's good size, and it is raining up where we're planning to go to next, because that is Sunset Beach up there sticking out, and that's where we're headed to. So I guess since we're gonna get rained on for a bit, we're gonna have to hobble our way down to the car, and then we'll head a little further north. But look at this little yellow. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect, so pretty, so bright. Got some barnacles. So this is going to be the last thing I pick up today here at this part of Pass-A-Grille Beach, and we're going to get on our way. Walking down the street with sun in front of me, black clouds behind me, and rain upon me. The van is close, and that's a good thing. So is the rain. It's getting on us right now. Well, that was really cool of the guys to let us over there since they weren't doing anything today. Yep. Let's get out of here. Oh, can you believe all of those paper figs? Oh my goodness. We don't find those guys very often in that quantity or in that condition. Usually they're all broken or chipped up or smaller. So this was like such a treat to be able to find this stuff at Pass-A-Grille this time. I was absolutely thrilled to see those fig snails, those paper figs. They were amazing. Of course, we had a lot of other really good finds over there as well, because as always, Pass-A-Grille is the gift that keeps on giving. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's adventure heading over to Pass-A-Grille and getting a taste of some of that after storm shelling. Typically, summer shelling isn't as great here in Florida as winter shelling is, but when the storms start rolling, the shells start piling up and we start getting some really primo great stuff out there at the beach. It was a great time, even though we weren't there very long, because we ended up leaving and going to Sunset Beach and checking that out because of that rainstorm that kind of came up on us all of a sudden out of nowhere there. And it was the strangest thing, because looking from the beach at Pass-A-Grille, it looked like it was going to be raining where we were heading to at sunset. And we got there and there hadn't been a drop. So the shell gods were smiling upon us finally as the storm gods left on out of our little neck of Florida and produced some really fantastic shelling conditions for many, many days. All kinds of people are still posting their after Debby finds, places going even a week later, even longer, and still finding just outstanding stuff. So just keep that in mind if you are planning a trip to Florida in the summer. As long as you don't mind dodging a tropical storm or two, you might find some really great stuff and have some really great adventures. And if you want to have adventures like that, then you know what you need to do. Get out there and go shelling!